Hey yo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? Today is the day I go to see my new doctor, and I think my microphone just turned on. Cool. Well, in case that didn't get picked up, today is the day I go see my new doctor, get enrolled in the new system. She's like, do you think you can get your medical charts? I can't even find my old doctor, for crying out loud. Then again, like, she's gonna find me to be the most boring patient ever, because my old doctor didn't even remember my name. Like, my brother bumped into him in the mall, and that's how he got a lead on this doctor. And he's like, you have a brother, eh? I can't remember his name, because I never go to the doctor unless something is critically wrong that I can't figure out on my own. And I need expert advice because, you know, they kind of study that for 10 years where I'm just literally taking pot shots at fixes. So, like when my appendix exploded, I thought I was just thoroughly constipated. Turns out, no, my appendix exploded. That was the problem. Cool beans, right? Yeah. Anyway, gonna be leaving here in about 10 minutes. Actually, I gotta be there for 10, so I can leave here in about 20 minutes. Maybe a little later, because I gotta figure out how to get to the place. I don't know where I'm going. I'm also waiting for tickets to come in. Working remote today because of this. Originally, I was gonna be in the office and then just bounce for an hour, go deal with this doctor stuff, and then go, because originally we were still supposed to still be on that work project, and the office I was working out of puts me down the street from where my new doctor is, so it would have made it convenient. But then, you know, we kind of destroyed the project super quick, and now I'm not working there, so it kind of inconvenienced things. So my boss was like, tell you what, instead work from home on Tuesday, and then you can come in either Thursday or Friday and work from the office. I was like, all right, that sounds good. And then last Thursday, like I said, I had to go back to the office because a bunch of computers showed up for us to do. So I had to work from the office on my day working from home. So they gave me Tuesday, Thursday, Friday work from home this week as compensation for having to come in on my work from home days. I don't know. They keep talking about this carbon zero net neutral nonsense. And one way to get carbon zero net neutral is to prevent people from driving their vehicles. One way to do that is let them work from home. During COVID, my truck barely ever moved. No wonder why the emissions went down so much in 2020 and 2021. If you can't go anywhere, your car won't start. You just stay home all the time. You go out maybe once a week for supplies. That's it. So maybe if more of these jobs that work fine working remote were set up for working remote, we would have a lower emissions. But yeah, it is what it is, right? Anyway, I got some trash to bring out to the garage, so I'm gonna do that now. Yes, my new doctors. My old doctor was based out of a pharmacy. My new doctor is based out of a pharmacy. And the problem is the pharmacy that she's based out of isn't the pharmacy that I normally use. I don't know how hard it is to change pharmacies. I guess it's not that hard. You just go to a different pharmacy, right? And they want to pass a law up here in Canada where if you're constantly getting, like, let's say you're asthmatic and you're constantly getting new Ventolin inhalers. Well, you can come outside with just a t-shirt. It's freaking warm out today. It's gonna snow though, you can smell it. But yeah, we're not out of the winter woods yet, boys. Hate to burst your tits, but we're definitely not out of the winter woods yet. But yeah, they're going to be passing a law where if you get like for instance Ventolin for asthmatics, or I don't know, that's about all I can really think of. You don't need, they're going to pass a rule where the pharmacist can renew the prescription without the requirement of a doctor. So you don't, because right now finding a family doctor is a pain in the ass. I just got real lucky that my brother found this one, and when he asked her, hey, are you looking for more patients? And she said, definitely have them call in, like for me and my parents. Now my parents are probably going to be in there more often because dad is constantly getting a refill on his prescriptions. And I don't know if mom's on, I think mom's on some acid reflux pill, and that's about it. So they'll be in there a bit. My brother will be in there with the kids whenever something goes wrong. But me, however, since I've started doing this carnivore diet and, well, pretty much paleo diet, like I don't eat processed stuff, I eat fresh stuff. And I noticed I don't get sick. Like everybody in the office has been sick with the flu or with whatever the hell was going on in the winter with this lung thing. I was the only one who walked away from it free. I never got it. And I want to blame it on the fact that it's because I don't eat trash. To me, that's what I think it is. I don't eat trash. I don't drink liquor. I vape, but even my doctor, when I told him that in the hospital, when my appendix blew up, he's like, do you smoke? I'm like, no, I vape. He's like, who cares? So he didn't even care about it. It's all government propaganda about vaping to get you to buy cigarettes because they make more money when they sell a pack of smokes than they do when you buy a bottle of vape. Well, they did until recently when the excise tax went up. Taxes on everything, boys. Taxes on everything. Speaking of taxes on everything, holy crap. People totally believe that Mark Carney just blew away the carbon tax. tax. He's like, I'm going to blow away the consumer carbon tax. So what does that mean exactly? Well, apparently when you purchase stuff, you won't be paying carbon tax on it. But his main plan is to increase the production carbon tax, like for the major polluters, like, oh, the steel producers, the aluminum producers, the ones that, you know, produce all the raw materials, probably on the oil fields too, because you would classify them as and natural gas, and have them pay the tax. And he's trying to say the consumer won't see it. And his argument was, well, how often do you go out and buy raw steel? Well, we don't buy raw steel. The companies making the items we purchase buy the raw steel to fabricate them into the items we purchase, like, you know, vehicles, home appliances, metal beams for buildings. Everything has steel and aluminum in it. Like my truck is a combination of steel and aluminum. It's an aluminum body on a steel frame. So that logic that he used, it's like, bro, you just shot yourself in the foot. If you jack the price on the ones harvesting and refining the metals and gases, then you're literally increasing the cost of everything. When the cost goes up, the economy slows down because nobody's going to buy new unless they absolutely have to go out and replace something. They're not about to, oh, well, my wash machine's kind of old. It's 20 years old and maybe it's time to get something more modern. No, they're going to run that washing machine until they can't keep it running anymore. And then they'll go out and purchase. Probably check the used market first. This is going to cause a major drop in sales on items. This is going to cause a lot of businesses to go belly up, not move to the America. And that's the other thing is that people are like, oh, well, the steel workers are going to move to the US. Okay, that's great and all, but all the metals are still in Canada. You can't just pick up those mines and move them to another country. Like they're still here. They still got to be, you still got to excavate those mines. Like, I don't know. It's so dumb. The carbon tax is so dumb. And like what really gets me is the fact that Mark Carney is the one who once said, you will have nothing and be happy about it. As in, oh, you want to buy a new home? You don't need a new home. Just go and rent. You'll be happy. You don't need a vehicle. Just walk everywhere. Take the city transit. You'll be happy. Could you see Mark Carney living a life like that? Hard no. Hard no. He also has his money invested in so many. That's the other thing I was wondering about was he's got tons of assets and with trustees, public trustees, but he hasn't disclosed who those public trustees are or what those assets are. Apparently he has like friggin' 12 weeks or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. Or 120 days, sorry, to disclose that information. So that's 4 months. 120 days to disclose that information. But by then we could already be in an election and him get elected prime minister. And the moment he's elected prime minister, then he can influence anything he wants. Now, if my theory is right, seeing how he was part of Brooksfield, he was on the chair of Brooksfield, they have a lot of ties with Chinese energy and mineral production, including aluminum and steel. Who's to say his whole carbon taxing the shit out of our steel isn't just to drop the value of it so China makes more money, therefore padding his investment? Why not, right? It's not the first time we've had a politician do moves, especially from the liberal side, do moves for themselves to benefit themselves in the long run and screw us over. It just seems to be the way. So maybe that's the new ploy, because when he got confronted by a journalist about this, he got pretty snippy with a journalist, and it was not a pretty sight. Literally, it's like, you're caught red-handed, bud. Just don't lie. Don't lie. Like, why can't you disclose it? Oh, because you know it's going to incriminate you. Oh, cool. You don't want people to know how crooked you are. Well, we kind of already do know that, because every time you open your mouth and you say something, it makes absolutely no sense. And if it does make sense to you, then I guess you drank the Kool-Aid. Cool. Because every time I hear that guy talk, especially about the carbon tax and saying, you know, it's going to take away from the families. Well, if you take away the consumer carbon tax, you no longer have to pay the consumer carbon tax rebate because there's no consumer carbon tax anymore. The whole reason why there is a consumer carbon tax rebate is because there is a consumer carbon tax. But if you delete that and then you put it as a shadow tax on giant corporations that are the main polluters, and they're just shit rolls downhill and they're just rolling their new inflated prices down on the consumers, and we're not getting that rebate check, which doesn't do much, by the way, that they exaggerate. It helps over 80% of households. Which ones? Tell me one family out there that actually gets benefit from the $160 every 3 months. Holy. Like, obviously you need the money more than I do. Just keep it. But no, it's all a cash scam. Carbon tax is a cash scam. Doesn't do shit for the environment. If anything, Canada right now is like the laughing stock of the GDP growth. Like we went up what, like 5%? Or like the US skyrocketed up like what, 28%? They're leading the ranks in GDP growth since 2014, sorry. Like Canada is just fumbling the bag over here. Like friggin' India pulled ahead of us. Like China wasn't even on the records. I don't know why, probably for some reason. Like Germany pulled ahead of us. All these other countries pulling ahead of us. And we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs while they just nickel and dime us with more taxes than we can afford, putting families out of their homes and on the streets, living in friggin' Canadian Tire tents, trying to not die in the winter, and zero frigs are given, right? Fun times. Welcome to Canada, boys. We got free healthcare, but our government treats us like shit. All right, guys, I should probably turn back on my microphone. It is that time to go. Cool, microphone still has 100% battery. This microphone lasts forever, man. I filmed a lot of videos of this thing, and the microphone just holds its own. Even though it's not that chilly out, I'm still gonna wear my forest camo just because I'd rather be warm than kind of chilly. I'm not even sure where I'm going. I just know it's over by Shoppers Drug Mart, so we'll head in that direction. That's why I'm leaving a little bit earlier than normal, is because just to make sure I can find the place and find the office and Amazon package to check out when we get back. Feels like my trainer, my Kukuri trainer. I don't know where the real one is. Apparently that one was shipped yesterday too, but surprised I didn't get a notification that somebody was here. Unless they stuffed it in the mailbox. That wouldn't fit in there. Friggin' sword is bigger than the mailbox. Anyway, let's get in the truck. Get you guys up on the trippy potty and let's get off to the docks. Man, it is so crazy how much the snow has melted over the past couple warm days we had. Like I said on the martial arts video on Saturday, it was 17 degrees Celsius out. Yesterday it was minus 11. That's one thing I always found annoying about March. Love March because my birthday falls on it, but I hated March because you never know what the weather's going to be like. It's like either it's super warm or it's super cold, and it can flip-flop. It can be like you wake up in the morning and you're going to work and it's minus 10, and then you get off work and it's plus 15. Like 25 degrees Celsius difference throughout the day from morning till and from beginning of shift to end of shift, if you will. Like it's insane. I still say the best winter was 2020 because it didn't really last. Like we got a lot of snow in 2020, but I remember on my birthday we were biking. We were out on the mountain bikes and bombing around and stuff and just doing things. Theoretically this year it could be the same. Like it's hard for me to get the bike out of the garage with Dirty Bird in there because she kind of blocks all the pathways out. And I can't really go out the back door because still a lot of snow back there to be pushing a bike through, and then to put it back in I'd have to go back through that back door, so more of a hassle than it's worth to really do that. But it would be some damn good cardio to help me with my weight loss. I don't even say I want to call it weight loss anymore. I just want to recompose my body. I don't want a big belly anymore. I don't care if I'm 240 pounds, but I'm shaped like a Dorito where the top is wide and the bottom is narrow. I don't care about weight at that point. Anywho, hopefully this is just a meet and greet and this new doctor doesn't want to like check my oil and friggin' grab my nuts and make me cough. I'm not going in for a physical. I'm just going in to enroll so that when something bad happens, I have backup. What are these guys doing? These honey wagons have been all over the streets. I don't know if they're pumping the storm drains or what the dice is, but do I just go to the right of the truck or do I have to turn up Whitfield and go around it? I'm just gonna cut my speed and go to the right of it. Yeah, they're totally pumping manholes. This manhole is completely barred off. The utter craziness. Well, there was a lot of snow on the ground, and as you can see, some of these lawns are completely no longer snow covered. So I can imagine a lot of water made it down and it probably caused a plug somewhere, and that's what they're looking for. Holy crap, look at that little car. What the hell was that thing, eh? Jesus Murphy. Definitely a weird little whacked out car, that's for sure. There's no way that little car was a two-seater. Yeah, I'm gonna get there with time to spare for sure. So that'll give me ample time to figure out where I gotta go. She told me to bring all my prescriptions, so I brought them all. I have none, so that's cool. I actually have a drug plan now, so if she wants to give me some pharma stuff, she can, but like I don't really need it. I got my health card on me and I got my license. That's all she really needs. Can't get my medical records because I have no idea how to find my doctor. Chances are he's no longer in the country. Probably moved to like Guam or something. So that's out of the question. Gonna be kind of hard to get those medical records. I can just tell her what happened. 2006, I had pneumonia. 2022. My appendix exploded. Other than that, I've been pretty hunky-dory. Well, there's Shoppers Drug Mart there, so I'm going to come up this way. I'm guessing there's the entrance to Shoppers is on the left. So I'm guessing on the right is the entrance to the clinic or the doctor's office or the whatever, the medical center, or I don't know. So we'll shoot up here, shoot down here, and I'm gonna park wherever the hell I can. Do I need Shoppers Drug Mart today? Probably not, but I'm still gonna just park it over here. I'm gonna park it like a Frenchman, where you pull through the slot and that way there it looks like you backed in, but you didn't. All right, let's go find this doctor's office. So there's Shoppers, and I'm thinking it's not going to be there. I'm thinking it says Near North Medical Clinic. That just makes sense. All right, guys, I'm going to put you guys away. I'm going to go in there, check this place out, and I'll let you know how it goes. Alrighty, guys, we're back. Let's go home. Let's get the frig out of here. Well, that was pretty easy. There was no groping or prodding. Literally just a series of questions. Are you on any medication? Nope, but I did tell her that I like my Ventolin in the springtime when the pollen's in the air, because sometimes I get pretty wheezy, sleazy, and I can't freaking breathe. And you know, you just take a single hit off the Ventolin, and it opens up your airways enough where you're able to function. Mind you, Ventolin, you can buy that over the counter. Like, you don't need a prescription for it. You can just go to a pharmacy and be like, yeah, can I get a Ventolin inhaler? And they charge you like $27 for it. She was trying to get me to get a tetanus shot. I don't know why. Apparently you're supposed to stay updated on that. Maybe she saw the cut on my finger. It's going away well though, but she probably saw the cut on my finger and thought, oh wow, this guy works with steel. No, I'm an IT guy. I fix computers. This was an axe-related accident. My bad. Anyway, we got to get home because I only have an hour and we got 6 minutes to get home. If I'm a little late getting back, not a big deal. I never take lunch at work. Guys, all honesty, I literally take maybe a couple 15-minute breaks, but I never take my 45-minute lunch. And when I work from home, I usually don't even take breaks. I'll just get up, go to the washroom if I have to, or get a drink, but I usually just work right through my shift, you know, when I got stuff to do. When it's friggin' dead and there's nothing to do, it's like, what do? Well, you find ways to entertain yourself. If I'm in the office, I'm either chatting with people or I'm walking people through stuff or I'm talking to random people. If I'm at home, I'm gonna find a way to occupy myself. Either I'm brushing up on some code or doing whatever I want while I keep an eye on my computer to see if any new work comes in, because it's the only real option that I have. No, she asked me if I drank, and I said very, very, very seldomly. I'm like, I used to be a heavy drinker until 2018, then I kicked the habit. I said recently it's like, you know, friends are having a party, I might buy a 6-pack, and that's about it. But like, I don't drink every weekend, I don't do that. You know, I think New Year's I had some drinks. I was drinking beers. That was about the last time I really had any drinks. That was the night we did the Grand Theft Auto thing. But anyway, we'll get home and we'll get signed back in, and then we'll check out what the heck's in that package. Pretty sure it's my trainer. Even though Dragonfly posted that they're both shipped, I'm pretty sure the live unit's not coming till tomorrow. Pretty freaking sure the live unit will not be here until tomorrow. Even though any one of these trucks that I just drove by, there was a Dragonfly back there, a FedEx here, any one of these trucks could have easily have dropped it off. See, there was a kid on a bike back there. That could be me. You know, if I didn't have to haul this computer with me to and from work, mind you, it's in a backpack. I can put both straps on my arms and bike. I'd probably be riding my bike to work, because we do have a bike spot out front where I can chain lock it up, and it's protected by a security camera and the in-house security. So even though bike theft is pretty rampant downtown, chances are my bike wouldn't get stolen. But I am paying for parking at that office, so I kind of don't want to do that. I kind of like the idea of utilizing my parking, even though the extra calories burnt biking to work and biking home afterwards would be kind of nice. But it's only like 6 kilometers a day. Well, the ski hill's thawing out. Guess nobody's going to be skiing anytime soon. That snow always takes forever to melt because they use that cabbage water to make it, and it's really resistant to heat. Yeah, man, snow's coming down. Even the bank at the end of my driveway, like on Saturday backing out, I couldn't see out the window on the side of the truck, and today the bank is down so far that I could see the road clear as day. If anybody was coming, I'd notice them. So yeah, man, winter is freaking done. A couple more days, we're into spring. That's freaking awesome, man. So stoked. Then fishing season starts back up again and we get to go visit Bloke. Freaking super stoked, man. Go visit Bloke, catch some guppies, make some funny jokes. Good times. All right, guys, almost home. I'll talk to you when I get there. Peace. Yeah, like this snowbank has gone down a lot. It used to be a lot taller than this. I used to have problems lifting snow on it. I should knock it down into the driveway so it melts faster, but I really don't care. Oh, that boat tent survived winter. The tape I put on didn't, but the boat tent survived, so that's cool. This is going to be the last year of this canopy. You go inside of it and you can see the sky, like it's so freaking done. The top is so sun-beat. And judging by what I see over here, the live one never showed up, unless it's in the door. It is not in the door. It is not. Any hoozle. Let's go inside and get yelled at by a cat for a half an hour. Who is right there? There's the kitty. Normally she's at the door meowing her stupid face off, but not today. Now she's interested in my Amazon package. Silly kitten witten. Holy crap, guys. I literally just filmed an entire segment. And then I looked up and realized, why isn't the VU meter dancing? I left my microphone on my coat. Stayed connected, stayed registered. But yeah, anyway, I already opened the Amazon package. That was on the previous video. But while I was talking, there was no audio. This is what was in it. It's not the trainer. That's the live blade. And she's pretty sharp and oily. Very, very oily, which is fine, but I'm just gonna wipe a little bit of that off, clean it up a bit. But no, she's a nice, oh, guys, I'll be right back. That's work calling. Well, that was neat. The number that called my work number was nobody for the company. It was just some random person who stated, hey, I just got a call from this number 8 minutes ago. And I wanted to see what was up. And I'm like, I just got home like not even 8 minutes ago. So it wasn't me. Yeah, scam centers, spoofing numbers, good times. But anyway, so this thing's pretty sweet. I don't know if I want to bring this one to martial arts tonight. If the trainer shows up, I will bring that one. But like, this is the real deal. This is the ready to rock blade. So I'm gonna have to develop some sort of a way to hang that on the wall of weapons behind me. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Is somebody else here? Did I just, yeah, it's weird how the one that showed shipped last showed up first. That's crazy. And also while I was at Shoppers Drug Mart, like I said, I fulfilled a prescription. I figured, you know, if they offered to do a prescription for Ventolin, I was like, sure, why not? Why the frig not? So now I got myself a prescription. Did they put a repeat on here, or is it just one-time use and I gotta go see her and get another one? 1 to 2 puffs 4 times a day. Literally, I just need 1 puff every now and then. There's 200 doses in here. Good enough, good stuff. I don't need the box. Unless the box have anything on it? No. And last but not least, while I was at Shoppers, I decided to invest in some more smelly good stuff. And I bought the Eros Energy for Men Eau de Parfum. I smelt it in there, guys, and let me tell you, it's so good. It's so good. So I'll have to give that one a go if we ever accidentally go out again. You never know. So I have 3 of the 4 Versace Stones. Once I get the 4th, I can snap my fingers and make everybody else smell like ass. I'm kidding. Maybe. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Just figured I would document what's going on with the doctors, and a knife showed up. So sweet. Tonight we got martial arts. Should be stick fighting. Should be fun. And then tomorrow I'm back in the office, and then work from home Thursday, work from home Friday. Weekend is here. No idea what we're going to do. And then next week is back to the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday office, Thursday, Friday home. Rinse and repeat. And like I said, May long weekend, we'll probably find ourselves down in London, Ontario. We'll see. We'll see what's going on, see what's going on with Bloke, seeing if he's too busy or not. And we'll take it from there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, like button, questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.